Hello everybody, Dante's Game Room back with another quick art review video this time. And since I've never said this before, because I don't know what I'm doing, none of these videos are sponsored or anything like that. Basically, so I buy all the stuff myself, and I review them out of my own opinion. So none of it's given to me or anything like that. Mostly because I don't know how to become a thingy that does that. So if anybody knows how, please let me know. Or if you guys want me to review your art supplies, I'll be happy to. But other than that, everything I do is out of my own pocket. One of the main reasons I keep everything affordable when it comes to art supplies. Another reason is I want people to actually be able to do stuff with the art supplies that I'm reviewing. If I review like $500 wooden case of pastels, which I'd love to own, which I don't, the likelihood of somebody being able to go out and buy them and use my review is like astronomically small. So I'd rather have somebody be able to actually like look at my review and be able to say, okay, I want to waste my money on that or not. I don't want them to, you know, um, and I think a lot of that stuff is just for like because to be honest with you, like, why would you have like multiple like, why would either they're given to them or like, why would you go out and buy like every different thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like you're just doing it to either because you're a hoarder or because you want to flash your art supplies or money or like you can't even use all this stuff before it goes bad. One of my biggest pet peeves is I have a lot of art supplies, but if I buy an art supply and I don't get to use it before it either dries out or goes bad or is no longer usable, I'm upset. I feel like I've deprived the world of somebody being able to use the art supply. So if I feel like something's getting old, I'll like find kids to give it to or like other artists that could use it rather than just letting it go to waste. Anyway, but today I'm going to be reviewing, as you know, I've used a lot of pens and ink pens and brush pens and pigment pens and dye pens and all kinds of pens. But today I'm just going to review this Pentel pointliner pigment ink pen, uh, 0.8, which is like a number I use a lot when it comes to these kind of fine liner pens. When I use pens, I usually use the micron just because they're a lot easier to find and buy. And I mean, they're even at Walmart now. So if you need like they don't have the selection, but they have like a 3-pack or a 5-pack or something like that. Like you go to a Michael's or Hobby Lobby, they usually have like an end piece that has like all the different selections, and you can buy them individually of the microns. These point liners I found over in the drafting section when I was buying one of my non-photo blue pencils that I have to buy over there. And I was like, I'll go give this a shot because I also buy my these pencils are over there, but the pens are over there, but also like because I use the Pentel cartoonist pens. That's what I call them. They're brush pens. And I usually order them in bulk, and I'll get like the Korean version. But like Michael's and Hobby Lobby does carry the American version, so like in a pinch, I'll like if I need just one, I'll just go out and get that. But anyway, this is the Pentel fine liner, and it says on the back, this pigment ink pen is ideal for drawing, illustrations, comics, sketching, graphic design, and general writing. It's basically what I got it for, to try it out. Can I really use it in my, comic work or whatever? Pigment black ink is both water and fade resistant. Now, that's one thing that does kind of trip me off. It's saying resistant. It's not saying proof. Saying resistant. So, and it doesn't say anything about the light fastness on here. And like it says, it doesn't say waterproof. It says water resistant. So I'm gonna at some point have to test it with watercolors or just water. Another thing too, it has a Durable plastic nib can also be used along with other Pentel Arts products such as watercolor pencils, color brushes, sign pen brushes, water brushes, oil pastels, and watercolors. That's right, I do actually have another Pentel brush to review coming up. It's an extra small. Wait I wait until I show you this thing. It's dainty. Anyway, so dream, create, and inspire is the last thing it says. So I'm just gonna do a couple different sketches to get a feel for it and see what it's like. This is the actual pen itself. Oh, I'll do like some realistic, and then I'll do some cartoons too. Like I'll just do like quick drawings. It definitely feels way different than a Micron. It's thicker in your hands. Like, actually, it's a thicker pen. The ink appear. It appears to have the same vibrancy, um, but the actual nib itself, it feels different to me. It really does. I don't know what about it yet. It might just be, and what I'm thinking it is that the nib is actually just thicker. Like not like I mean it's still 0.8, but I'm talking about like it's actually bigger and more. What do you call it? What's the word for it? It's more not resilient, more. And I keep on thinking of like but it's more. I don't know. There seems to be more to it. More. It's girthy, if you will. Let's do something cartoony too. Whenever I draw anything like this now, I can't help but think of like Bob's Burgers. um, when that show first came out, I really, really didn't like it. I was like, oh man, they're really going downhill with this animation, adult animation, big time. And to be honest with you, that's the way I've thought about every adult animation show when it's first come out. It took me a while to warm up to like Family Guy back in the day, and I've fallen in love and out of love with Family Guy a bunch of times. I don't really watch it now unless there's absolutely nothing else to watch on. Same with like I was just never into South Park. I guess I was just too old. But then there was like stuff like American Dad. I really liked American Dad, just basically for Roger, and all the dynamic of everyone in that Smith household or whatever. Um, I don't know why I liked it so much, because the way it is, and especially the way it got to be, it goes against like everything I would like. But for some reason, it's like, I would say it's my favorite of the animation domination, or the old lineup from back in the day. Without a doubt, like not even close. Never really like Family Guy. I mean, I'll watch it, but it's just not my cup of tea. Like, the older stuff was better than the newer stuff. The only Family Guy stuff I really liked was the specials with like Brian and Stewie, like their road trip specials. So there's a little cartoony. I this is something I'm gonna have to work on and work with a lot more to see if I like this pen, or not. It's a little bit thicker in the hand. I think I like that. But at the same time, it's going to take some getting used to. The feel of it in my hand when I draw is a lot different. A lot different than like a micron. Like, I don't know how to like put it into words, but like, this is mixed media paper, but it's almost like this tip, as soon as I touch it to the paper, it's almost like the ink and the tip is soaking into the paper, if that makes any sense. Like, it's going into the paper, when like a micron glides across the surface of a paper. Like, it's not scratchy like sketching, or like, like rough. It's just like it's sinking in. Like, I don't know how to say it any other way, like, that makes sense. It has a totally different feel than a micron. And it might be the type of pen it is in conjunction with the paper, because I'm only, reviewing it by using it on one type of paper. And it might feel completely different on, like, say, vellum paper. It might be made better, or it might be more suitable for vellum. Like, I one of my favorite pen markers that I do have is made specifically for vellum, Bristol board, and it's a it's just such a vibrant black. I mean, it really is. It's hard. It's a and it's got unique. I'm gonna just, I won't make a review of it because it's not something that's new, or I haven't used of it before, but I'll bring it in and show you guys what I'm talking about. It's just a very unique marker that I recommend. And that's what I use for vellum Bristol board if I'm working on vellum. Um, but I like it. It's This to me seems like it's a more um, not abundant, but it's more of a heavy use. Like, you could this is I mean, this is just really well made. Like, I mean, that's an aspect of it too. This is really well made. Um, in fact, I would definitely give the quality and the feel superior to Micron. However, there's all these variables that, you know that I don't even know if people even think about it like I do, but I think of stuff like width, length, how it feels in my hands, the weight. It seems so much bigger than like a Micron, but at the same time somehow it feels lighter. But at the same time it feels more durable and stronger built. So I don't know what material they're making out of it, but it's I would say the quality is up there. Pentel is putting out a quality product, in other words. Um, Oh yeah, it's 2020, it's 2025. Um, New Year. Um, got a little Alaskan Vinger haircut going on there. Um, uh, Good to hear he's out. I'm very thankful that he's out. You know, there was a chance there. I was worried about him. But and JD Delay will give you updates on him if you need it. I just, I was worried about him. But it's good. 2025's, he's out and about. I can celebrate that this new year. And if you don't know who the Alaskan Avenger is, that is somebody I do recommend you Google his story, his plight, and it's even more relevant nowadays. In the atmosphere of like, with Diddy and Epstein and all this crazy stuff. Um, so go check him out. He's the Alaskan Avenger. And JD Delay. Of course. He always have great videos and great shorts. He's a very energetic cat. Sometimes I can't really watch JDB though because I always feel like he's yelling at me. I'm like, dude, you're not at the yard no more, man. You're out. But anyway, please don't kill me, JD. I do appreciate your content. You're always yelling at me, man. You're always yelling at me. But they're good guys. They turn their lives around. They're putting out good content. So give them a like and a subscribe if you get a chance. Not really art video related, it's completely off topic. I just, they're doing some good work. They're exposing people that need to be exposed. And they're, like some of the stuff that they cover is stuff I've never even heard of. So, because I'm not in that aspect, I don't know anything about jail life. I've never even had a speeding ticket, dude. I'm the squarest cat in the world, like I've literally never even had a speeding ticket. So I can't claim any, like being hard or anything like that. I don't have any jailhouse ink or anything like that, but I can respect the people that, they they've been through that and can turn their lives around, and they seem to be doing everything they can to stay on the straight and narrow and help out other people, which is important to being a productive part of your community. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about all this crazy stuff with a pen review, but I'm learning how to do this as I go. I recommend the pen. What is it going to replace what I'm used to? No, but as I ease it in, it might eventually. And if I can't find my go-to trusty, micron, I would use this. And I will later on down the road test it with some watercolors. I'll see. I'll put it up against some other water resistant markers and see how it really does. Is it water resistant or does it just wish it was? Because there's some pins that wish they were. But until next time, Dante's Game Room out. I guess I will give it a number rating since it's a .08 and it didn't replace my microns, but it might one day, and it's a heck of a product. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So it's an 8 out of 10 from me, Dante's Game Room. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear my ramblings and nonsense some more, or some cool drawings. Dante's Game Room out. Bye bye.